So why did we choose developmental management as our starting point? It's because we all know, everyone in the room knows, that it's about positive and productive classroom management that precedes anything that we do in curriculum. It is the support structure that allows all of our children to engage with what happens at school on a daily basis. It allows them to learn. So at a school level, we were already reviewing our policies and our practices. We were at school levels investigating behaviour management programs because we were responding to some perspectives that had been illustrated through some school data that some of our behaviours needed addressing. What happened to us was that when we came to the developmental management sessions, we had our aha moment. Raymond inspired us. He actually let us encapsulate our belief systems and put it all together so that we could move forward. So why did we choose hinting? I'm a very old infant teacher, and on my very last day, on my last teaching placement, the infant mistress gave me this bell and told me that all infant teachers needed a bell because all children needed a hint to help them focus. The bell has travelled with me everywhere since. So we chose hinting as our starting point because it's a common element. It's a common element in our schools, in all schools, because all teachers have their own repertoire of hints. They got them from their own school experiences, from their teaching practicums, from peer observation and from home. Hinting's almost an innate behaviour. We just know how to do it. It's used from preschool to tertiary, just with increasing sophistication. And we use it because it works. But we also know that the children understand us and can take us off. So we had our starting point. We know that our children know what we're going to do, and often they've already started it the moment they see us do a certain signal. So our purpose on this journey was that although our staff used hints in their daily practice, often they were just automatic rather than strategic. We wanted to provide a catalyst that would encourage our staff to question their use of hints, the appropriateness of what they did, and their impact on their students. We hoped that the conversations that we had would result in an improved range and quality of hinting practices. And thus, our journey began.
Thank you, Lynn. It's my job to talk about our process, which I've just lost. Although we had no real in-depth professional development around Raymond Lewis's research initially, we actually decided then that we would just give a minimum of background information to our staff so that we could make it a real experience for them. So we had with that minimum of information, we included discussion about the fact that the use of inclusive strategies such as hinting was useful for teachers in that it resulted in less misbehaviour by students. Also, we provided the information to them regarding the student types that Raymond just revised again this morning. So we gave them that information because we thought that was very valuable information for them to go back to their classrooms, have a look at the students they're dealing with and think about what types of students they are. That was very good for them to have that information so that we could move forward when we were looking at hinting. So bearing in mind those facts, we decided to open up the discussion on the hints that staff used in their daily practice. And that was as simple as that. So all we did was, okay, what are you doing with certain students in your classroom? Teachers spoke to each other initially and said, well, what is hinting? So there was a little bit of discussion about what hinting might be. And we didn't want to dwell on that too much so as to block people's willingness to share. So we just said, what do you think hinting is? So we came up with some things such as gestures, you know, the point or the shh, or the zip the lip, sometimes it might be that. a facial expression, a dirty look as we had in the video before, perhaps a question like where should you be, what should you be doing, a comment such as, it's very helpful when you're doing that for me, or I like the way you do that, and reminders to them, don't forget to do this. So all those kinds of things. There was a lot of joking around with staff. Some staff said, I don't think I use hinting, and others said to them, yes, I've seen you do such and such. So the process involved us looking at the hints. We brainstormed them, we wrote them on post-it notes, and we came up with those ones I've just suggested.